During these strange times of being stuck at home, I've been pretty much wondering and asking myself, what is the benefit of all this? Like, how am I going to benefit from this? And I've been thinking about it, and here's some of the things I've come up with. The first thing that I see that's going to be very beneficial out of this, especially here in Florida, is that the beaches are getting very, very cleaned up. Already it's been a couple of weeks since anyone's been at the beach. The only people I know for sure that have been to the beach since they closed the beaches is they had the lifeguards out there for about the first week, and I guess they probably have told them no work because there's no one at the beach, so now no more lifeguards. And the only other people that are out at the beach is they have beach cleanup crews out there, and they're actually going through and sweeping up the beaches with machines that pick up garbage and any other kind of junk that's laying on the beach. And all of this time without people out there, there's been no one out there to keep throwing trash out there, and it's been very, very helpful in cleaning things up. I mean, just looking out my window, it's amazing how white the sand looks, how clean and beautiful the water looks. I don't know if I've ever really seen it this clean since I've lived here. The beach has looked really nice on other days, but it just feels like since I can't go out there that it actually is getting cleaner. That's my take on it anyways. Well, here's another perk. Since we're supposed to stay home, our cable company just announced that they're going to be giving us free Stars and Showtime for the time being. And we already have HBO and a bunch of other premium channels, so now we have like all the movie channels besides Cinemax. So that's pretty sweet. And, I don't watch a lot of TV, but it's nice that whenever I do turn it on, I can just kind of flip through all those channels and see whatever's going on there. Because my favorite channels to watch have always been the movie channels ever since I was a little kid. I always wished for that and hoped for that when I was little, that we could get all the movie channels. And this is coming from somebody that grew up with only 4 channels on TV. I'm not kidding, and no, I'm not 100 years old, but guess what? At my house, where I lived in rural Illinois, there was no cable, and we had no satellite dish until I was 13 years old. That's right. 13. 4 channels. So free Stars and Showtime, I'll take it. Another cool thing that they just announced here that I wasn't expecting is they're giving all of Miami Beach residents free parking in all the parking garages and all of the street parking where there's meters and parking lots and things like that. In fact, they have signs up everywhere in the parking lots that if you're not a Miami Beach resident, you're not even allowed to park here no more. So they're pretty much discouraging anyone visiting this place. And to be honest, I'm not sure why anyone would want to visit here right now anyways. All the hotels are closed, the beaches are closed, the clubs are closed, the restaurants are closed. I mean, what are you going to do here? You're going to walk around the street and look at how empty everything is like you're seeing in this video? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand what would be the benefit to come in here right now. So I'm glad that they're doing that. And, it's not like there's really anything for us to do either as residents. So giving us free parking, oh, that's great. But we're all supposed to stay home. So it's kind of like, who gives a shit? But hey, it's an extra perk, especially in times like this when, every single dollar counts because nobody really knows where the next dollar's coming from. And that leads me directly into my next point. Since I am a real estate agent, for the first time ever, I qualify to get Florida unemployment benefits because I fall under the independent contractor, and that's what real estate agents are. We are independent contractors. So I have filed for Florida unemployment because I can no longer work as a realtor here because of the situation. And I've also filed to get one of the SBA's forgivable loans. And hopefully, if all of that stuff goes through, I might make a decent chunk of change even while I'm just sitting here at home. That would actually be a pretty big perk in my book. If that happens, I'm definitely not going to be complaining. And another thing that's really cool, besides the beaches just getting cleaned up, I can see the intracoastal waterway from my balcony here, and I've been seeing some dolphins and some manatees out there. It's hard to see from where I'm at, but you can see them coming up for air, and you can tell that the animals out there are having a field day with having hardly any boats or anyone out there. They're finally getting to reclaim their territory, so to speak. They're so used to probably dodging us and avoiding every obstacle there is that man has to offer, and the fact that there's hardly anyone out in the water anymore is probably nature is having a field day, and I'm happy for them, to be honest. The animals were here before we were, and we've done everything we possibly could to wreck their territory and to wreck their home, and for them to be able to get some time to recover without us around and screwing everything up for them, well, I say that's a win for the animals, so I'm happy. Here's another perk. Just coincidentally, before this whole shutdown occurred, we ended up getting this awesome free couch that you see here on the balcony. We decided to put it out on the balcony because our terrace is huge and we had plenty of room for it. It's like one of these sofa beds, and it's a really nice one. And one of Lizzie's clients gave it to us completely for free. We just had to pay some guys to come over and deliver it to our house. But other than that, after like 60, 70 bucks paying those guys, we got this couch completely for free. And this is probably like a $700 or $800 sofa at least. And to be able to have this out here on the balcony and it lays down into a bed is just awesome, because we can just chill out here and enjoy the fresh air and still be outside without leaving our house and just be as comfortable as possible. So that was an unexpected thing that just kind of happened. We got it, and it really just came in the nick of time. Another thing that I really want to mention that I've been reading in other comments of other YouTube videos, and this really applies no matter where you live in the world right now, is that this is affecting all of us, this whole situation. And one thing that's good that's going to come out of all of this, at least I hope, is that people are going to have a new appreciation for life. All these things that are being taken away from us, like here in Florida, like going to the gym and going to the beach and just having those things that we're used to having on a regular basis, and now that are no longer available to us. Once we're able to finally do those things again, I hope that people are going to appreciate it, they're going to use it, they're going to respect it in a way that they never did before, because now everyone's realizing how fragile life is and how easily all these things can be taken away in the blink of an eye. I know even for myself, it's easy to just get into a situation where you're like taking things like that for granted because it's there every day, it's available, and you're just used to it being there no matter what. And now all of us are having to readjust our lives in a way that we probably never even thought we would have to do. I know I never thought I was going to have to do something like this, and a lot of the things I love about living down here in Florida are not available to me now. So I just have to make do just like everybody else out there does, and whenever all of this is finished, I'm going to appreciate it more than ever before, because that's what life is all about. Now, if you're feeling lonely or you're just getting bored, but you stumbled upon this video somehow, I want to really encourage you to just keep on hanging out with me and watch some more of my videos right over here, because I'm pretty sure you're going to like them just as much as you like this one. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have made it this far. So I'll see you over there in that other video.